I'm Lieutenant Mike Norman, Mikenorman. I'm the Public Information Officer for the Cleveland Division of Fire.
All right, tell us about today.
So we got multiple calls on this house fire this morning. We're on East 114th Street in the 6th Battalion. Arriving companies found this house well involved on the right side of the house, what we call the D side of the house. So it's the area between the house and the neighboring house. Engine 22 was first on scene. They went to hook up to the hydrant, and we had a frozen hydrant. So they weren't able to get water from the initial hydrant. They used the 500 gallons of water that they have on board, but that's not enough to put out a house fire. So we wound up stretching 4-inch line. Other companies arrived on scene. We had ladder 30 come on scene. They went to put their aerial up, and the aerial wouldn't go up. They had an equipment malfunction. So this isn't the way we wanted 2026 to start off, but we're trained to overcome these things. We wound up pulling ladder 30 out. Tower 1 came in from downtown. By the time we got water, you could see this house was really well involved, and it involved the structure to the south side of the house. So turned into a 222 fire. We brought in more resources. We needed more companies, more firefighters. We had a lot of fire at that time. They did a pretty nice job with it. I mean, we don't like to leave a structure completely destroyed like that, but just the things we had to overcome this morning. Fortunately, no injuries to firefighters. We have 8 adults displaced total from the 2 structures. There was some involvement to the apartment building on the north side, but that's about what we've got.
I mean, you guys did a really good job of stopping. I know they were trying to stop it from doing more damage to that building, right?
Oh yeah, and that's part of bringing in the 222 companies. It gives us the opportunity to protect the exposure houses and still try to fight the fire in the initial house. In the initial structure, you can see it's destroyed.
When you said that there was a malfunction with the equipment, was that cold related too, or just the fire hydrant was the cold?
I'm not sure. They just said that their aerial wouldn't go up, and that's what the ladder truck is there to do. So once they realized that their aerial wouldn't go up, they backed it out. And of course, the fire trucks are coming behind them, so it makes it more difficult to. And the aerial is the bigger. Those are the bigger trucks, the ones with the ladder on top. So yeah, this was a very complicated scene this morning.
Can you talk about the cold temperatures and how that affects things like this?
Oh yeah, I mean it's challenging. We fight fires in the cold every winter, obviously, but this was a particularly challenging fire because of the frozen hydrant that they discovered. Now a couple guys from engine, let me get this right, ladder 30, did take flares like road flares and wound up sticking them in the hydrant and warming the hydrant to the point where the hydrant eventually was flowing when it was able to supply Tower 1. But in the meantime, they had stretched 4-inch line. That's our big hose line, our supply line, all the way down the street. You can see it down. They had to stretch it 200 blocks, hundreds of feet. I mean, it's a long layout, and there's friction loss, and some of these hydrants weren't flowing the way that they should. It's just the cold affects the water supply. And then on the scene, we're throwing a lot of water, so it becomes an ice hazard. You see the guys have ice on their coats, ice on their helmets. They look like frosted donuts, some of them. It makes it really challenging. It's a slip hazard. Water's our friend, but ice is our enemy. It's really tricky to fight these fires in the cold.